A group of U.S. senators are pushing for Duluth EPA lab workers to be reinstated. Democratic Senator Tina Smith is one of the 17 senators on that letter sent today. It's addressed to EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin, asking for workers placed on administrative leave to be reinstated. EPA union reps say 6 employees at the Duluth lab were placed on leave after signing a declaration of dissent about the agency's leadership. That declaration was signed by more than 600 EPA employees across the country. The lab in Duluth helps keep the Great Lakes water clean and safe, contributing $15 million to Minnesota's economy each year. In a statement, Smith said it's been months since she asked the Trump administration questions that she claims they refused to answer about the lab, and that the administration continues to, quote, threaten the livelihoods and critical work of dedicated public servants in the Duluth lab.